ring, let them do their thing so we can see all the skills they bring. You see the highlights on the TV screen, but there's a lot more happening behind the scenes. A biography of your favorite stars, and not just about their favorite cars. And every episode is fun things to find out. I'm gonna tell you more, but the ref's calling timeout. It's a Sports Illustrated for Kids show. We're Madison Square Garden, we're getting the scoop. Rebecca sees how they change it from hockey to hoops. As Shannon Dunn shows how snowboarders get busy. We'll see how figure skaters spin without getting dizzy. Foreign stars in the NBA speak their native tongues about the games they play. We'll meet pool champion Jeanette Lee and how she practiced on the subway back in NYC. Guest host Steve Young, 49er QB, number 8, and a Super Bowl MVP. Spends a day with Eugene back at BYU, so let's take it to the show, cause the rhyme is through.
Hi, I'm here at Brigham Young University in Provo, Utah. This is where it all started for our superstar guest host, the San Francisco 49ers, Steve Young, two-time NFL Most Valuable Player, MVP of Super Bowl 29, and one of the most successful quarterbacks in NFL history.
But it wasn't always that way. Steve warmed the bench here in college before becoming the starting quarterback. And when he got to the 49ers, he was the backup quarterback to the legendary Joe Montana. But Steve persevered through it all, proving that if you're determined enough, there's nothing you can't do. Steve, being a paper boy, you really didn't ride on a unicycle. Bicycle, right? Not a unicycle.
No. In fact, the unicycle thing I learned to do halftime shows with my buddy at the local high school, but I never did it around the neighborhood for the paper. It would take too long.
Was it that hard to really ride on the unicycle?
You know, you get on the next to the car and you get on the unicycle and you take one turn and go down for about 2 weeks. Boom, 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 like 1,000 times. Boom. So it's like, and finally, by the time you learn, your unicycle's just hammered. That's the truth.
We'll hear more true stories from Eugene and Steve Young later on. I'm here at Madison Square Garden. Woo! Way up here at Madison Square Garden. You can't see anything from up here. Nothing! Anyway, I'm really here to find out how much time, effort, and teamwork it takes to change over from a hockey game tonight in time to play basketball tomorrow night. But first, let's shred the slopes with world-class snowboarder Shannon Dunn.
Shannon Dunn, we're up here snowboarding. Gonna have some fun here. Woo!
Snowboarding, a first-time Olympic event in Nagano, Japan, is the coolest fun around. But Olympic hopeful Shannon Dunn, one of the top pros on the World Cup circuit, knows that it also requires practice, focus, and a willingness to fall.
When I first started snowboarding, I slammed so hard. I was so sore. Your first day, you should take a lesson. That should save you some slams. And then like by your second day, you're really making turns. And your third day, you pretty much can just cruise around anywhere on the mountain. The half pipe's all about fun. Yeah. So when I'm dropping in, I strap on my board and then I get some speed, think about what I'm gonna do, and then I go for it. I think if my parents watched all the things that I did on the mountain, they might freak out a little bit, but I think they trust me. If there's risk involved, you just want to be focused and calculate whatever you're doing so that you can be really safe.
Maybe the most important thing Shannon has learned, besides how to fall gracefully, is that it takes a lot of hard work and practice to have so much fun.
Ah! People are attracted to snowboarding because it's a really fast thing to pick up, and everyone can do it. Young kids, old kids, everyone can enjoy snowboarding on the mountain. Hi! That was pretty fun, I must say.
It wasn't always fun for Steve Young, but he was determined to succeed. He stuck to it and never gave up, even through some pretty hard times.
So Steve, how was that to leave Greenwich, Connecticut and come here?
Scary for me. I didn't leave home very much, you know. I was kind of like a mama's boy. And when I showed up here on campus, I was the 8th string quarterback.
You were the eighth string quarterback?
I was like, there's 7 guys in front of me. I got no chance to play. And I would call my dad, I want to quit. I just want to come home. And he told me, yeah, you can quit, but you can't come home. Yeah.
Your dad said that?
Yeah, he said that I don't live with quitters. But in the long run, he kept me here in a lot of ways. I persevered through a lot of things, and I got a chance to play here, and it was all American here. But if it wasn't for my dad, or for a lot of people really, I never would have played. Kids your own age, not always the smartest guys in the world, I think when you're 16, you think you're the smartest you'll ever get. Sure. But then you realize, that's the dumbest I've ever been.
Now, Steve, what a lot of people out there don't know is that you have a hidden talent. I hear you like to sing. Would you please sing for us?
Eugene. It's a hidden talent.
Okay, if you don't want to,
Eugene, I don't see it happening.
I'll try you later on.
I'm not ready for my national debut yet.
Still to come, Steve Young on the hot seat and around the world with the NBA when we return.
We'll be right back with more of the Sports Illustrated for Kids show. We're back with more of the Sports Illustrated for Kids show. Everyone knows that Steve Young is a 49er, but what is a 49er anyway?
Hey! What's all the screaming about?
Gold! I finally found gold!
Who are you?
Son, I'm a 49er!
Oh, really? What position do you play, huh?
Position? I've been in the same here position since 1849, where they first discovered gold by Sutter's Mill.
I know that the gold rush started right here about 150 years ago. But where do you come from?
I'm from New York City. I took a steamship to Panama. Then I rode a mule all the way across to the Pacific side. Then I took another steamer to that little village by the bay. Only took me 100 days.
Village by the Bay, you don't mean San Francisco, do you?
Yeah, sure do. Thousands of us, even women and children, came to San Francisco from all over the world on their way to the great gold rush of 1849. That's why they call us the 49ers.
Oh, so that's how the team got its name. Hey, you like football? I got an extra ticket. 49ers taking on the Cowboys.
Cowboys? I hate them Cowboys. Count me in. What's a football?
I'm down on the ice in Madison Square Garden, and I'm hanging out with some guys that aren't afraid to tackle a really tough job. We're here with Mike. And Mike's in charge of all of these men. Mike's in charge. So how long does this take every night that you're here?
They started at 10:30. You gotta have the basketball court down by 8 o'clock in the morning.
What time is lunch?
3 in the morning.
Wow. You guys have to melt the ice? Is that what?
No, just cover it the way it is now. We only melt the ice for the dog show, track meets, and tennis.
What's the dog show like? What do you have to put down for the dog show?
They have dogs, little dogs, that will not walk on a cold floor. So
it has to
come
be
up.
warm?
It has to be warm.
It takes a team of over 24 men between 10 and 12 hours to transform the arena. Next time you see me, they say the hoops will be up and we'll be ready to jam. But first, check out the NBA, a league that's gone truly global.
G'day, I'm Professor Longley, Doctor of Hoopology.
Huh? Hoopology.
What? Hoopology. Basketball, hoops. What's wrong? You guys don't speak English?
Sure, I speak English, but I also speak Serbian,
French, Italian,
Portuguese, Russian.
These days, NBA players come from all over the globe. There are over 30 foreign-born players in the league right now, and they face some tough adjustments in order to succeed.
I'm Tony Kukoc. Originally, I'm from Croatia.
G'day, I'm Luke Longley of the Chicago Bulls.
And my name is Dikembe Mutombo Polondo Mukamba Diken Jean-Jacques Mutombo. I'm from Kinshasa, Zaire. Hi, I'm Ladios from Charlotte Hornets. I'm from right here.
As hot as these international stars are, for many, life in America took some getting used to.
I didn't speak English at all, the first couple of years, and that was a tough time.
A lot of words that I would use, they didn't understand. They had no idea what I was talking about.
I miss my family, miss my friends. I'm just missing my hometown, all the little things that's going on over there.
And even though they sometimes get a little homesick, they've also discovered things to love about the States.
Coolest thing about living in the United States, I think, is probably just accessibility. You can get anything at any time you want.
The peace and the freedom of speech, and I think that I would say that one of that is the coolest thing, because you can say whatever you want to say here.
But for anyone who moves to a new country, there are some things that you never get used to.
First, the weather. The second thing is the traffic.
Water spinning the wrong way in the toilet bowl. It goes backwards here, did you know that? Well, crew, that's all for today's lesson. Until next time, good on ya.
What?
Huh?
What? See ya.
The road to success for Steve was long and hard, and sometimes his goals seemed out of reach, especially when he started his pro career in the upstart United States Football League with the LA Express. Now, how was that experience with the USFL?
Well, it was weird. There would be like 1,000 people in the stands, and I remember in the huddle, I'd have to whisper because there's no noise in the stadium, and if I said the whole play loudly, the other team could hear it.
You went from the USFL to what, Tampa Bay?
Tampa Bay,
Buccaneers?
which was like step down. I remember we played the Green Bay Packers in blizzard, and we were wearing all white uniforms. I couldn't see anybody. The snow was in my face and blinding me, and I was like, I'm the worst team, I'm the worst quarterback, and I can't even see my own team, you know? Can't get any worse than that.
But you persevered, and you finally got traded to San Francisco. How did that feel when you finally got traded?
That was good to get a chance to play, but then that added another obstacle because I had to follow Joe Montana, the greatest quarterback that ever played. But I just would not give up. I think I kind of persevered through it just because I showed up for work every day. I'm not going to say you'll always be the MVP of the Super Bowl or that things will work out that well, but you'll be the MVP of your life in a lot of ways.
Okay, then right now, Steve, we're going to do something called Basic TV Hosting 101. This is one thing. We're going to throw the commercial.
I want to throw lefty. Is that all right?
Well, that's fine with me. I mean, you're pretty good at it.
Okay. Don't change this channel. We'll be right back with more Sports Illustrated for Kids show.
That's a touchdown.
This week's mystery athlete holds more NHL records than any other player. He began his record-breaking career in the country that in square miles is the second largest in the world. Who is he? Stay tuned.
We'll be right back with more of the Sports Illustrated for Kids show. We're back with more of the Sports Illustrated for Kids show.
This week's mystery athlete is Wayne Gretzky of the New York Rangers, who holds over 60 NHL records. Like many hockey players, Wayne was born in Canada, which has almost 4 million square miles, more land than any other country except Russia.
Hey, do you have a favorite subject in school? We asked Mark Brunell, Venus Williams, Billy Ashley, Wade Boggs, Kerry Collins, Svetlana Bogan, Skye, Ricky Waters, Darren Bennett, and Rebecca Lobo. What was your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject at school, something that I wasn't all that great at, but I really enjoyed, was mathematics.
Last year, my favorite subject was geometry.
I enjoyed, my algebra classes and carrying that over into the trig classes.
Probably math and science. Those were probably my two favorites. Every time we got to dissect the frog, that was always fun.
My first love was really with the stars. I mean, I liked astronomy.
History. I love history.
I had a book. I used to sit out there and look at the stars every night.
Art class and gym class.
Favorite subject at school was geography. Traveling around the world, it's come in handy.
I enjoyed math, I enjoyed English, but usually it was whichever teacher made the class the most fun.
3, 2, 1.
Some of those guys sound pretty smart, but so is Steve Young. He's even a law school grad. Let's see how the great-great-great-grandson of Brigham Young handles some real pressure. Steve, so you're a lawyer.
Yeah, I went to law school here at BYU.
This time, you're going to be the witness and I'm going to be the lawyer.
Okay.
You're going to have 60 seconds to answer questions about your favorite things. Now, if you lose, Steve, you're going to have to sing for us.
Okay, I'll try to be honest.
What's your favorite subject in school?
Math.
And what's your favorite band or group?
Bruce Springsteen.
Your all-time favorite book?
Well, Catcher in the Rye.
Sure?
Maybe not. I don't remember. I don't recall.
Likely story. Grass or turf?
Grass.
Do you have any superstitions?
Don't change socks during a streak.
Good answer, Steve.
Okay,
good answer, good answer. Now, what are you afraid of?
Big guys hitting me.
Now, who was your favorite athlete growing up?
Roger Staubach. He played for Dallas Cowboys, but I hate Dallas now.
Oh, you hate Dallas now?
Yeah.
You don't like Dallas?
No Dallas.
Your favorite birthday present as a kid?
Bicycle. Golf clubs. Basketball.
Okay, that's good. No worries, Steve. I'm not putting you on any pressure. Favorite sport other than football?
Golf. Golf.
Okay, Steve.
I was right.
You did well.
Thank you very much.
I'll get you next time.
I don't know what time. 5 o'clock in the morning. Come on, guys, hurry up, let's get going. Woohoo! Well, it's almost done. Nice job, guys. And it took less than 12 hours. Unbelievable. Just goes to show you how much you can get done when you work as a team. Anybody for a little one-on-one?
Hi, I'm Jeanette Lee. You can call me the Black Widow.
Jeanette Lee is one of the top women pool players in the world. Her black attire and aggressive play earned her the nickname the Black Widow, practically from the first time she picked up a cue stick.
I walked into a pool room and I fell in love and started practicing all the time, and I got better as I worked harder at it. And of course, as I got better, I liked it even more. Everything is more fun when you're better at it. And you only get better at things if you're willing to work hard. Isn't it great?
And Jeanette was willing to work hard all the time.
I'd be in the subway in New York City and I'd be doing this and everybody would be looking at me and I'm going, I'm practicing, you know. I didn't care. And you know what? All of a sudden, people started asking, what do you do? How do you practice? And I'm going, this is all because I'm working hard at something I love. This is cool.
Jeanette made it into the top 10 in just a year on the Pro Tour, despite suffering since childhood from a back problem called scoliosis, a complicated curvature of the spine.
When you have a metal rod in your back, this tall, you're not ever supposed to bend at the waist. I was always going to the hospital because I would play for 30, 40 hours at a time. I didn't care what it took. I was not going to stop playing pool. And if my body didn't want to do it, then I sat there and I'd just picture it with my eyes. I'd go to bed and I'd close my eyes and I'd go, instead of one sheep, two sheep over the fence, you know, I thought one ball in the pocket.
Whether it's preparing for competition, shooting trick shots, or the game of life, perseverance and determination are the keys to success. And those same skills made Jeanette #1 in the world. That's me!
I'm #1, and it's because I work harder than anyone else in the world. And that's the way you have to think about everything in life. It really proves to me that if you really want something and you're willing to work for it, and you're willing to not give up, you can really do anything.
Hard work is the only way to the top, but in anything you do, you need to learn the basics first.
Hi, I'm Christy Abaguchi.
Hi, I'm Paul Wiley.
Hallo, ich bin Katharina Witt.
Hi, I'm Scott Hamilton. I'm out here at Woolman Rink.
New York City.
And we're talking about spinning.
This is a little skating lesson here, a little spin lesson.
So if you want to learn how to spin, you got to always keep your weight forward, over your knees.
It's really important to keep the weight on the balls of your feet. That's right in here, because then you have better balance. You can go to the front of the toe pick, or you can get back a little bit and still have room so you don't go off and fall on your lower posterior.
When you're first starting out, you'll want to do a 2-foot spin, and your weight should basically be even on both feet. You bend your knees, you wind up to the right, if you're right-handed, and spin to the left.
Start slowly and you have everything out there, sort of, and then you pull it all in, and because you pull it in, naturally you get faster.
Speed up, slow down. The more compact you are, the faster you'll spin.
You do get dizzy, you just learn to recover fast.
You just have to keep spinning and spinning and spinning.
If you're having trouble with your spin, keep falling down, keep working on it.
Everything takes practice.
Don't lose hope.
P-R-A...
Don't get downhearted.
C-T...
Just keep working on it.
I-C-E.
Eventually it'll come.
Practice.
If you learn it right,
practice.
It'll be there for the rest of your life.
Wind up, bring the arms in, and stop.
It isn't just hockey, hoops, and other sports stuff at the world's most famous arena. We've got a final surprise from Madison Square Garden, and we'll give Steve one last chance to sing for us.
We'll be right back with more of the Sports Illustrated.
Hey, welcome back to the Sports Illustrated for Kids show.
Some people are offended by teams that use ethnic names like the Redskins and the Braves. Should these teams change their names? We asked students at Rockledge Elementary School in Bowie, Maryland to sound off.
I say no, don't change the names, because if they change the names, it will just be like ruining the tradition.
I think that they should, because Redskins is just like saying the Blackskins or the Whiteskins.
The Braves do the Tomahawk
chop. It kind of makes fun of the Indian ways. If I were a Native American, I'd feel honored because they like your name, they like your style, and they're choosing you.
Some older people, they've grown up with that name, and they've gotten used to it. And it's like, if they change the names, it's like they'll ruin their memories.
It might insult some people, like different nationalities or their culture.
I think they should change the name because if it offends them, it isn't fair to them. Why should they be put down or offended, you know, just because somebody else likes their name?
Hey, do you want to sound off, ask a question, or share your ideas? Write to the SI for Kids show or click onto our website, www.sikids-tv.com.
Oh, wow. When did this happen?
Hockey, basketball, and now the circus? It just goes to show you there's nothing you can't accomplish with a little effort and teamwork. Well, Eugene, I guess I'll see you next week, unless I decide to run away with the circus. Bye, Steve.
College All-American, Super Bowl MVP. Steve Young knew no matter how difficult the odds, you have to be determined, work hard, and never give up. As for me, I'll get Steve to sing for us if it's the last thing I do. Well, Steve, this is the end of the show.
I've had a great time.
No, man, thank you. I appreciate it, Steve Young. So, this is pretty much your last chance, Steve, to sing for us.
But you know what, Eugene? I'm not very good.
Okay. So, next show, then?
Maybe next show.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right, no, so I'm gonna let you go.
I'm in the shower.
Oh, man,
All right,
thank you
Eugene.
so much,
See
man.
you, bud.
All right, I'll see you later.
All right, okay.
Yo, 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 yo. Keep rolling. Come on.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a fire, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows that mistletoe and mistletoe can't help to